Podcast. This is the show that helps you get to know music festivals, festival venues, and campgrounds before you go. I'm your host, Neighbor Nate, and I'm glad you're in the neighborhood. Welcome back, neighbors, to episode number 64 of the Music Festivals Podcast. This is the show that helps you get to know music festivals, festival venues, and campgrounds before you go. And as always, I am still your host, Neighbor Nate, and I'm coming at you live from the camper. This is the new studio in the back of my camper as a fully mobile, full-time RV kind of guy now. And we just got back from the final fest of the season last weekend. That was the Sunshine Hootenanny Music and Arts Festival in Brooksville, Florida at the coveted Florida Sand Music Ranch. And that was not a chat GPT word. I just made that up on the spot. But it was a great festival. We were there from Wednesday the 12th through Sunday the 16th doing the live stream and band interviews and a new series that we're calling Tiny Fest Concerts. I think you guys are going to like that a whole lot. And we're going to have a whole lot more coming from the ranch in 2026. This week's show is about the journey down and back to Florida. As a full-time RV guy now, I take this very, very seriously. And I happened to stumble across an app that I think is really interesting, and that if you're traveling to festivals, you're going to want to know about this. So we're going to talk a lot about my experience, my first experience with Harvest Hosts today. And then I'm going to take you out with a clip from the live stream performance by Daniel Donato's Cosmic Country. And they were joined by Willow Osborn, who is the artist at large down at Sunshine Hootenanny. That was a great performance of Rolling in My Sweet Baby's Arm. But more on that festival will come next week with a full recap. For now, we're going to get into the travel down and back in Florida and this neat little app called Harvest Hosts. And first, we're going to get to a quick shout out from our partners at Eventeny. This episode of Music Festivals Podcast is powered by Eventeny, the all-in-one platform that takes the stress out of running festivals. Their brand new program management tools let promoters keep every detail in one place. Schedules, stage assignments, artist travel, and even contracts and riders. No more spreadsheets or scattered emails, just one connected flow that saves you time and helps you focus on the big picture. Learn more and schedule a demo of their festival software today at bit.ly Eventeny-MFP. That's bit.ly Eventeny-MFP. Harvest Hosts might be one of the coolest apps that I've stumbled across in the last couple of years, especially given the life that I'm going to live now. It's kind of crazy. So for a very, very reasonable membership, I think I paid $119 or $129, depending on what promotion was going for, and that's for an annual membership. This app is basically Airbnb for people that are traveling the country in RVs. So it's an annual membership model. RV travelers pay a yearly fee, and you get access to free, and I say free, overnight stays at a variety of small businesses nationwide. So these might include churches, these might include vineyards, wineries, breweries, anywhere that is used to having people like food trucks or other stuff come in. And what's interesting about Harvest Host is a lot of these properties have 30 amp power hookups, have water hookups. I haven't found any that have dump stations, but you can find dump stations throughout on the app. It's a really, really great app. It lets you go in and plan your trips and then shows you all the Harvest Hosts available on the way. So the hosts, the way that they make money on this is that they're going to give you one night for free, but typically if you want to stay 2 or 3 nights, there's a modest charge anywhere between $30 and $50 per night, which is going to be cheaper than your KOA campgrounds or even state park campgrounds in a lot of places. And then what they're banking on is if you come for a single night, these again are farms, vineyards, breweries. And so they're hoping that you go in and you actually, buy some stuff from the vineyard or from the brewery, from the store, or even have dinner if it's a location like that. But it's a really, really cool way to travel. And on top of the fact that for one night you can get very, very low cost stays on flat grounds, don't even have to unhook in a lot of cases with power, you get to meet some really cool people. Some of these Harvest Hosts are really interesting. We have now done 3 stays from that trip down and back because we did have to stay at a KOA once to dump. But I definitely want you to check out this app. So here we go. So this is absolutely crazy. So I just pulled in. I'm in Tennessee, kind of by the Great Smoky Mountains. But this is my first Harvest Host stop. It's a farm. It's beautiful out here. Like, it's a pig farm. And amongst other things, I just talked to Blake, who was the farmer, and he's going to be back a little bit later, but I don't know if you can see it over there. There's 30 amp hookup. There's water supply, which is cool. And this was all booked on Harvest Host. Again, I paid like $99 for the year for this app. Staying here for free tonight, and actually he's gonna come and hang out a little bit because he's a festival head too. So far so good. It's gorgeous out here. It's quiet, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's this dog. He's got a dog, and he's really cool. He's a Great Pyrenees. I'm very excited because I like dogs, and Angus is making a friend, although Angus is limping around right now because his foot is hurt from yesterday, so we're gonna have to take a look at that. So like you've seen, my first day with Harvest Hosts was at the TnMtn Farm, which is a really great brand name because it describes exactly what the place is. What a beautiful piece of property. I just walked in and really couldn't get enough. It was very flat. Not only was there a power hook up there, but there was already a cord run. Like I didn't even have to do anything but hook up my dongle to plug it into my camper, and I was ready to go. Never even unhitched, put the slide outs out, perfectly flat. Beautiful Great Pyrenees running around the farm and the property, herding little piglets around, which was super cool. What was interesting about this farm too is it had a lot of pigs on it, right? Couldn't smell anything, had no smell whatsoever. And as I got to talking to Blake, who's the Harvest Host, who owns the farm, he's got a really interesting story about his farming techniques, the history of the properties. And so he came over for a drink. Once he got home from bringing back some pigs from a state fair that he was lending them out to, came down to the camper, we had a cocktail and had a conversation. Check it out. This is my Harvest Host. So thank you very much. This is wonderful and a beautiful place. I want to start by how did you? Well, tell me about this place. Like you live out here. What do you do?
Sure. So if we're getting into the history of it, the house that's up on the hill here, is an old farmhouse, and it was built in 1877.
Okay.
My great grandmother got married in the house in 1912.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then she, as a widow, came back in 1931 and bought the house.
Okay.
Her husband passed away. And so as a widow with 7 kids, but she was educated and she taught school.
Yeah.
And I think that probably is what helped her get a loan. But it was through the brand new USDA. So the United States Department of Agriculture had just been created. They had loan programs to help, especially during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking 1931. It was really setting deep that time.
Yeah.
Rural America, especially Appalachia here. But yeah, I was raised here.
Okay.
And so when I was born is when they moved here.
That's cool. That's cool. So you grew up here and everything. You probably know every inch of this land.
Oh, it's 63 acres.
Wow.
And I had some friends local that were doing Harvest Hosts.
Yeah.
And I could not do it because I had commercial chicken houses going. So we grew flocks. That's what that big barn is. Okay. I had 4 of them. We grew flocks of 100,000 6 times a year.
Wow.
And if the chicken trucks could get here, the big commercial feed trucks, then I knew when I shut them down, that big Harvest Hosts could get here.
Okay.
And so it made a lot of sense because I got to host all the big rigs or Toyota Prius pulling a teardrop, right?
Okay.
Anybody could get here.
So how'd you decide to get involved with Harvest Hosts?
It was an extra revenue stream.
Okay.
And the way I see Harvest Host, because it's people traveling, right? Mm-hmm. They're not here to vacation. They're just trying to find a spot that's not a KOA campground or a Walmart to stay for the night. And my side is free. And then Harvest Host guests agree to pay at least $20 for my farm services.
Yeah.
Right? So I got a power hookup and water. Those are $15.
Yeah.
But then I have animals that I raise on the farm.
Okay.
And I have that meat available in my freezer to sell to Harvest Hosts.
You got bacon, don't you?
No.
Oh, no.
No, it's the first thing to sell.
Oh, everybody wants the bacon.
Yeah, if I put up a Facebook story that I have bacon available, I get 3 messages or 4 messages within an hour, and they're all buying 10 pounds of it.
Yeah.
And it goes.
I've done
Yeah. Because we've done the gourds with Dave Matthews.
Okay, yeah. Oh wow, that had to be great.
It was fantastic.
I've not been there yet, but it's on my list.
Oh my gosh! So we've done festivals, and then when COVID hit, I had just bought a second farm.
Okay.
So I didn't have four barns of 100,000. I had 8 barns with 200,000 chickens.
Yeah.
The farms are about a song on the radio away from each other.
Okay. Yeah.
In the country, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
That's great.
And during that time, like I was farming 16 hours a day. Like, it was just game on.
Yeah.
And I was able to sell that farm. I bought it under bankruptcy and then flipped it basically.
Oh, no shit.
And so it was the same business plan as this one, but I knew what I was getting into, and it was a longer ordeal, but yeah, it turned out really great. You make a lot more money buying and selling farms than you can farming them.
Huh. That's interesting. I've never thought about that. But yeah, it's like flipping
same as houses.
Yeah, same as houses. You're right.
And so during that time, though, she had found a girls group of Dave Matthews Band fans.
Yeah.
And she's been a fan for a long time, like knows all the lyrics, can tell you what song it is within 4 or 5 beats of it starting, super fan kind of thing. And all of a sudden, Christmas time shows up, and there are gifts showing up at my house from my girlfriend.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, what is going on? She's like, it's all the girls. We're going to have a Zoom call, and we're doing a like Christmas exchange gift.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is cool. She's found like a friend group. Lead to the next year, and she says, hey, by the way, we need to go to Saratoga Springs. Dave plays up there in July.
Okay.
It's called SPAC. And so I'm like, cool. I like that place. The horses run up there in July.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah.
It's a nice, like, in here it's 95 degrees, up there it's 80 degrees, 75 degrees, no humidity.
Yeah.
And so we go up there, and in the parking lot where she's meeting some of her friends, I meet like 50 people that know who I am. Oh, you're with Stephanie. Yeah, you have a farm down there in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Here, try this steak. Here, try this. You know, that, like, it was a great area, right?
That's cool.
So we get back from that, and she says, hey, by the way, we need to go to the Gorge. That's where everybody's going this year. And we need to go.
Yeah.
So foolishly, we did that trip.
Yeah.
Flew out there, rented an RV for the week, and took it out, set up an RV, did the SPAC trip, or the Gorge.
Yeah.
We get back from that, and she says, hey, by the way, we need to go to Mexico in February.
She's just got you built
playing
one another, yeah.
You know, but in this time, though, we had started meeting friends, like they were all doing the same thing. And so now I got a big group chat, and this year we went to St. Louis, and there were 35 or 40 people that ended up showing up.
Oh, wow.
And they rented a bus to go from the house to the venue. And
oh, that's cool.
And then we went to Philadelphia to see Camden, New Jersey show, and same thing. Yeah. Like big group of people.
So why is that? Like, it's the same. Like in Ohio, you know, I've always followed a band called Acoustic Hookah, and there's my hookah family, right? Like group of people, 30, 40, 50 people that I'm really close with. Sounds like you have the same thing through like Dave and other music.
Yeah.
What is it about live music? Maybe festivals or even concerts, or just the experience. Like, what is it about that you think pulls people together, even over a distance?
So I've come to the conclusion that most of the people that are going to these shows in that fashion, right, chasing music,
okay,
they're good people.
Yeah.
Now there's some that you can weed out, the ones that aren't, but like in this life around the world, it's about who you hang out with, the quality of people you hang out with that influences the way your life, goes, and the conversations you have. And so I find, like, if I know that someone likes festivals or they like Dave Matthews, it's an easy way in to find a good friendship. What else do you like?
Yeah.
And you don't have to agree on all the politics. You don't have to agree on, like, nutrition. One of my big bents is like what you eat.
Yeah.
Is how we may be poisoning ourselves unintentionally through thinking it's safe because the USDA says it's safe.
Yeah.
But is it safe?
Is it really? Yeah.
And so so I don't have to agree on all that to know that they're a good person. They have a solid relationship where they don't cheat on their partner.
Yeah.
Solid friends.
Yeah.
And
you like the same music.
Yeah. And you like the same music. So when you get together, the playlist is not hard.
Yeah.
And so, we've met them. Then they actually come here and camp every Memorial Day.
Okay, cool.
All of my day friends come in, and there'll be 15 to 20 people camping.
That's cool.
Out in the fields.
So it's almost like your own little private festival.
Yeah. No. We have flags that we fly during it that we make up because Camp Patalanop Nagapampa, Camp PMP,
Right.
right after the Dave Shot song.
Yeah.
And we had stickers made for it because you got to have swag to exchange when you go see the band.
Yeah.
We had T-shirts made that were white, and we got here and we all tie-dyed them together.
Yeah.
That was the logo that we had designed and then printed on everything. Like, we had our own little music festival here.
That's cool.
Because you got all the traditional stuff.
Man, the land is beautiful. Like this farm is amazing. Talk about the farm real quick. Talk about the name of the farm. You say you happen to like get the name.
Yeah, looking. I was in corporate sales before I came back to the farm.
Okay.
And bent metal for home medical equipment. So wheelchairs, hospital beds.
Okay. No shit.
And I work for a manufacturer.
Yeah.
And so my territory was Louisiana and the coast of Mississippi.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about walkers, canes, crutches, wheelchairs, oxygen, obesity drives the need for that. And Louisiana and Mississippi were like the king of markets for obesity and the need for these things.
Okay.
I gained a pound a month almost every month I was there just because the food was so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the farm, coming back, we were commercial chicken farmer. That's all we did. And I wanted to go a different direction. And so after being able to pay the farm off and stop growing commercial chickens, I now raise American black belly sheep.
Okay.
There's cattle on the farm that I graze for my neighbors, and usually I get paid in cows.
Okay.
Right. So there's cows that come from here that are all grass fed, grass finished, rotationally grazed, which means that every day the cows get a new spot made on the farm out of portable electric fencing, and they move to that spot and they come off of their old spot.
So it's like fresh food, basically.
Fresh food. It's a fresh salad bar every day.
Yeah.
And they get so used to the program, and I have a special call that I call for them.
Yeah.
Where you go, all right. You get to yell, right? But the cows all perk up. They start moving. They walk towards me. I let a little line down. They all walk through. I put the line back up. I move their water, and we're done for the day.
Huh, that's cool.
And they get fresh ground.
Yeah.
And so when I came back, though, I knew I wanted to transition from that commercial, just Reimer poultry farm, over to the regenerative farming and a different style. And I needed a brand name for that. And so I looked up, and we're in Tennessee. You can see the mountains.
Yeah.
And I'm a farm. And so Tennessee Mountain Farm seemed to just be on the nose.
Yeah.
Looked it up, and no one had that. And so
that's cool.
It's a Tennessee Mountain Farm. It's a jingle. You can't say it. You got to sing the off jingle because I can't sing. So it had to be off. Off note just a little bit.
Well, this place is cool, man. It's comfortable, and this the other thing I appreciate is this is flat. Like I'm still we're sitting here. This is perfectly level, perfectly flat. I'm still hooked up. I got to leave early tomorrow morning, so I wanted to stay hooked up. But yeah, as an overnight, perfect.
Hey y'all, it's Drury from DLaw Coffee Company. Let's take it from the beginning. Hi, my name is Drury Anderson, and I'm a 21-year-old musician from Alabama. Music has always been a part of me, and I'm super lucky to be traveling around touring with my best friends. Whether it's playing music or putting together something for my friends, I've always been passionate about the power of a shared experience. As some of you know, touring around the country involves a lot, and to me, good coffee is essential to staying fueled while on the road. After consulting with friends in the business, I decided to give it a go. My goal is simple: get coffee to people all over who need it the most. So whether you play music, love music, or your passion lies somewhere else, DLaw Coffee is here for you. Fuel the music.
But yeah, folks, so that's Blake, super cool guy, and thanks to him for the hospitality and the stay. Again, if you download Harvest Hosts and you're in Tennessee, look for Tennessee Mountain Farm, TnMtn Farm. Great place to stay, and word on the street is that it might become a festival venue at some point. I think the land is perfect for it. It's got all kinds of potential. So if you are festing in your RV and you're traveling around, make sure to check out the Harvest House app, and then as we use this app more for our travels, we've got a lot of stuff coming up in 2026. We're going to do more content from Harvest Host because I think you meet some really interesting people, and a lot of them are really into festivals. The first person I stayed at happened to be a festival head, Dave Matthews head, as you've seen. So that was really, really cool. In the meantime, make sure to visit musicfestivalspodcast.com and subscribe to the neighborhood newsletter. We're going to be firing that back up in 2026 in a big way with live stream announcements, festival news and updates, documentary announcements, messages from our growing list of brand partners, and all kinds of subscriber events that are going to be at festivals near you. So make sure to get on the list for that. Next week, we are recapping Sunshine Hootenanny Music and Arts Festival 2025. That was down in Brooksville at the Florida Sand Music Ranch. We're going to have highlights from that stream, as well as a slew of band interviews, and even a preview of some Tiny Fest concerts. We had a lot of bugs to work out with that, but I think you're going to be super happy with what those turn out to be in 2026. Totally didn't steal the name from anywhere. Next week also, we're going to give you some special announcements on how 2026 is going to look. It's going to be very, very different than this year, and it's going to be really exciting. So I hope you tune in for that, because there's going to be a lot of audience participation as well. We're going to ask you, the subscribers, and the people that tune into this to help us out. And then we're also going to do a preview of the festivals that are on radar for us in 2026. And right now, that list is over 30 to 40. We're probably not going to get into every one, but I'd like to get your feedback on that too. What festivals do you want to see covered, so that we can start planning our trip using Harvest Host, using all these nifty tools that we have. If you are listening to this as an audio podcast on Spotify and Apple, thank you very much. We're actually changing our platform, so we might be a little bit behind on Apple, but we've just moved to Spotify creators to distribute the podcast. It's a much better deal, and I think it does really cool stuff. So stay tuned for that. But if you really want to experience Music Festival's podcast, you're going to have to go to YouTube and subscribe there. And when you do subscribe there, make sure you hit that little bell so that you get your choice of either all the notifications or special notifications. But you're not going to want to miss out, especially on the live stream notifications, because that's your chance to get in and watch a bunch of bands for free. Join the conversation with your neighbors. If you want to head over to the Facebook page at Music Festivals Podcast, you can talk there, or you can ping me on Instagram at NeighborNateFests, or just at Nate Riggs, my God-given name, and I will talk to you there. But really, really grateful for everybody who's paid attention so far in this crazy adventure that we're on. That's all I have for this week. We're going to be back next week with that Sunshine Hootenanny recap. Big thanks to Eventeny for supporting Music Festival's podcast, as well as DLaw Coffee in 2025. Super stoked with those guys. You'll hear from Drury and Luke from Mountain Grass Unit next week in an interview. They came and visited us while we were at Sunshine Hootenanny and did a hell of a performance. But as always, I'm your host, Neighbor Nate, and I hope to be your neighbor at a festival very, very soon in 2026. Maybe it'll even be in January or February. We'll see what happens. Cheers.